I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when I was 2 years old, so 1983.
I was diagnosed December 15th, 2009. I was 10 years old.
Type 1 affects literally everything.
Basically, it's changed pretty much everything. Like, I can't just eat food and not take insulin or check my blood sugars. It affects when I exercise, when I sleep.
It affects my sleep. It affects how I get things done for school, how I schedule things.
When I go to work, when I go to choir, it affects everything.
Everything's tied into it. There's nothing that isn't affected. Well, I was 2, so my mom basically had to chase around a toddler with a needle when it was time for insulin, and she had to keep track of everything. And I'm pretty sure I'd be dead if it wasn't for my mom. Like, if she wasn't as involved as she was, I'd be in big, big, big trouble. And then the other side of that is my son learned really early on how to treat lows, how to tell if my blood sugar was too high, what to do about anything that comes up. Like, if mom doesn't wake up, what do you have to do? And I hate that. Like, I really, really hate that I put that on him from birth, basically, and it sucks.
I think it's kind of brought my family together more, because I was really, really sick when I was diagnosed, and like, they were surprised that I wasn't on a gurney and almost dead.
But at the same time, he's an incredibly responsible kid, and he's smart and caring and compassionate, and I think knowing that other people aren't as lucky as he is came from that. So, I mean, there's a lot of negatives, but I think we all turned into better people because of it.
So growing up, because I had a good 8-ish years in the children's hospital, my doctors and my endos and my nurses and my dietitians were all amazing, and they treated me like family almost. And then going into the adult world was a very big change, as you do have to advocate for yourself more.
I've had endocrinologists ask if I'm sure if I'm type 1, if I'm sure I'm not type 2 and I've been misdiagnosed. I generally tell them at that point, well, you can take me off insulin and see what happens. I have to advocate for myself a lot more.
My endo just like doesn't really care about me personally, and oh, I'm feeling this way sick, can you help me? And she kind of just blows it off and is like, oh, you're fine, like your blood work's fine, you're fine.
There's a lot more judgment, not just from medical professionals, but from everybody. If you say I'm diabetic, they assume it's type 2. And they assume there was something I could do about it, and that I just didn't.
A lot of the times, people will be making stupid jokes like, oh, that coffee or sugar or whatever is going to give me diabetes, and then, you know, I'll be like, oh, you know I'm diabetic, right? And people will almost like, it's like deer in the headlights. They're like, oh, I didn't mean that. Like, you're not fat, you're not old, you can't have diabetes. And it's like, actually, well, my pancreas doesn't work, so I do.
That perception that you're always type 2 if you're an adult. It's like if you have type 1, I guess when you're 18 you just evaporate.
I don't think a lot of people realize that, like, while it is commonly a juvenile disease, people have now been getting diagnosed older and older.
You just stop existing past a certain point, and they just assume that you're type 2 and that it's, you know, diet related, exercise related, body type related, whatever it is. And, you know, obviously I have no control over what my immune system did to my pancreas. So that's, I mean, the stigma attached to it is really frustrating.
oh, eat healthier, don't eat sugar, don't do this, don't do that. And it's like,
Nothing I've ever done caused it. I was 2 years old. My immune system attacked my pancreas. Here I am.